Do you know Bella Porch? You probably know Bella Porch, right?
Yeah,
Why? You don't like her?
not at all.
Why? You hate her? Are you hating?
Okay, I have a reason why I hate her.
Okay.
No, it's not really that I hate her. Oh God, how do I? Yeah, I just like her. Okay, I just
Why?
like her.
Are you good?
Like
Are you going somewhere today?
She says she has
I
errands.
told you, I'm gonna run some errands right
Why? Don't. Well, don't
after this.
run. You look like you might pass out if you run. Just walk.
Walk some errands.
Did you notice anything? So we got new lights going on. It's a way better lights and added more lights.
Yeah,
So our lighting is a lot better. Just so
yeah.
you know. And I got a water
It is definitely
canister
like it.
with Demon Slayer
That's so
stickers.
cute. I want one of
Well,
those.
not.
Yeah, that's so
I
cute.
know I'm cute, but this one, let's focus on
Not
this.
you. I'm not talking about you.
Let's focus on this first, because I'm talking about this, not me. Yeah. Okay. All
You
right.
got a little excited there.
You,
I know.
Bit too much.
you had a new haircut.
Shoot, who did me?
You? Yeah, I
Mhm.
think your hair went shorter.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's been a while. Well, welcome and thank you for listening and watching to your favorite podcast. This is your favorite podcast. You messing me up. Um, you know us. I'm CB. This is
That's
Wakka, and you have
yourself
Jed.
up. It's not us.
I know. We are we're doing Tambayan. This is our end of the month conversation. We only have few things agenda. We didn't have a lot. May's probably a lot of things that happened, but we're just gonna hit on some of the few. I feel like that's redundant. Some and few. Some of the great things.
No, it's contradicting. It's not redundant.
What would
It's
that be
contradicting.
contradicting? Is some and few are the same? It's anonymous.
But some is has a higher number than few.
No, they're the same. So you say there's some people joined my party. Some people join my party, and then you're like few people join my party. It's the same thing.
It is the same thing, but if you think about it, like the hierarchy,
Well, don't think about it.
few is lesser than some.
Anyway, this is not an English lesson. This is the maximum Filipino show. So like I
Yes,
said,
we're learning.
we're doing end of the month, May. How was your May, Jed? There's a lot of thing happening
I didn't even
in
notice me.
that's there's
I mean,
no
seriously.
I did, especially with you. I noticed a lot of May, a lot of things that happened in your lives during May. Like my Facebook inbox
That's
is
personal.
I can show some receipts if you want. My Facebook
I hate
inbox
you.
is
Um, other than my personal,
other than your personal life.
my controversial life.
Whoa,
No, other than that, I
controversial.
mean, like for real, May is kind of just like it passed by. It was okay.
It disappeared, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't notice May that much because perhaps because I was so busy at work. And well, other than my brother's birthday, I wouldn't be reminded of May. I was like, oh, okay, so there goes May. Bye.
How about you, Alka? How's your May?
My May, she knew how to use me and walk away.
She used you and walk
Hey,
away.
dude,
Yep, she
I'm
had
a
me
May,
had to take
but
care of this, take care of that, do a funeral, go to church,
Oh yeah,
and then left me.
yeah.
And she's gonna be gone tomorrow, and then June walks in
hey,
and
What do you mean
what
tomorrow? It's
funeral?
right now. This girl is late 2 hours, so it's right now. It should have been tomorrow. The appropriate word to use is tomorrow if we started this 2 hours ago. But that's fine. It's okay.
now I know how
I
June's gonna
was
be like.
30 minutes late when I woke up.
You are not. You weren't 30 minutes late. You're 2 hours
When
late.
I woke up, I messaged you guys.
Yeah, 2 hours later. No, an hour later. But it's okay. And she's like, give me 10 minutes. And I did my countdown. 10, 9, 8. And it's still past 10
Dude,
minutes.
that's seconds.
I know.
You
I know.
counted
It was a
seconds.
joke. It was a joke.
Mm.
It was a joke.
Really?
But
It took me
seriously
a
though,
long time to put
seriously,
my contact lenses on.
Yeah, seriously though,
Um,
this May, and not just May. Like think about it. That's half of the year. We're
Mm.
starting the
I
next
know, right?
half of
Um,
2021. It's June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta blame COVID for that. I mean, since we had COVID, things just kind of it's ironic how it everything went fast, but it
Mm-hmm.
kind of felt too long. I mean, if you I mean if you think about it, it's a long time, but it kind of felt so fast. Like everything just COVID happened, and then what? Like it kind of like shortened all those months that actually it's more than a year now, right? Since COVID came. And
Mm.
it's kind of like it shrink all those months together.
Mm.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
maybe because I was just stuck in the house for that
Yeah.
long, and it's really a long time
Speaking of
thinking about
English
it. But
lesson, it's not shrinked, Jed. It's shrunk. Get your English
oh
right.
yeah, yeah. Okay, fine,
I'm just kidding.
whatever.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
Don't worry,
Go
Jen. I
ahead.
would have done the same mistake.
Okay, go ahead. So yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, you're right
it's like that to me. I
because
told
of
you that's why we're never gonna work out.
ooh, well, you do want to make it work out though. It's about commitment, Jed. It's about commitment.
Ew, dude, like,
Well, you start. Okay, you can't just say things like
gruesome.
that and not let it, let it go. Like you started it, so I
Yeah.
just had to continue. And you're like, ew. Now you back off. Oh, okay. Anyway, so
Not
speaking of
because
COVID.
I'm saying it's not gonna work out. I was hoping that it would.
Oh. Oh, so there's a chance. Okay. Anyway, so
No,
speaking of
Dun dun boo.
speaking of COVID.
ew.
Okay, speaking of COVID, um, May, the President Rodrigo Duterte, just opened the OFW going back to Saudi Arabia. So now
So
it's open
lovely.
back up. Yeah,
That's good news.
yeah, they can go back now to Saudi Arabia.
If they're willing to go that far, is it basically just open now?
It's
I don't
been a
know.
long time, dude. You can stop people from.
Well, yeah, that's true. Cause it's like,
You
oh,
need to earn
right, and it's always been my problem, even here in
long
America,
time.
that
And
the survival rate is really high. Especially for young people like us. And I'm not saying that we should disregard old people and
Mm.
the people that are more susceptible to not susceptible but more they're not
vulnerable.
yeah they can get this COVID and die from it. I'm not
Mhm.
saying we should be careless around them. That's not my point. My point is for younger people like us, we are
Gotta keep moving.
yeah we gotta keep moving and we gotta keep doing something. Like we can't survive. The
Right.
whole country and the whole economy cannot survive if everybody's just
Um,
quarantined.
Mm.
So we gotta
yeah.
do something.
I want to say
It's
thank you for
like,
making me young.
life should not stop there. The world should not stop there. I mean, it's not that we are completely neglecting COVID and whatever or how serious it is, but it's at some point right now we just gotta have to accept the fact that COVID is already like part of us. Um, I am thinking like it's kind of one of the disease we have discovered in the past. Like let's say flu. That I mean we weren't or what's the other diseases I can think of? And
Flower
What?
now
seeds.
She said diseases.
the one from the one,
He said flower seeds.
what?
I was joking. Nothing.
And
Oh
like
yeah. So I mean, I agree. I totally agree. I agree. They
right. I mean,
just
we didn't know of any of the other diseases before, right? Like influenza or whatever. The one from Africa.
African diseases.
Mibola? Maboli? What's
No,
it?
it's
Yeah,
Ebola.
the
Ebola. I was close
virus.
enough.
Mabola? Miboli?
Ebola
Miboli? Hey,
virus.
can I have a spaghetti with the side of miboli? You mean meatballs? No, I don't want meatballs. I want miboli. Freaking miboli. What the heck? Okay. No, I agree. So it's part of us now, and it's like I said, it's like the rate of survival is really high. in around us, around our age group.
H
So don't
I J.
do not
Okay.
just too worried about it. Like go back there, rebuild our economy, because now they don't. I feel like they have no plan for rebuilding. You know, for the economy and for the people. Like what are these people gonna do? A lot of people lost their jobs, lost their businesses, lost
Others
like
kind
their
of use it
livelihoods.
as an excuse to procrastinate.
Oh, 100%. So here in America, just so you know,
Right.
they just finished. I think they just finished it recently. I think California now they have to go back to work, but for a long time, for about over a year, you can apply for unemployment and get $600 a week. $600 a
Wow.
week. That's someone's paycheck. That's my paycheck. You know what I mean? $600 a week is a lot.
It
And
is.
that's just for not working, and you don't have to report if you are
Exactly.
if you're looking for a job or not. They just change it now
Right.
that you have to look for a job, and you can get unemployment. But that part to me is crazy.
Mm.
I expected people to take advantage of, this pandemic. I mean, it's part of our talent. We always kind of take advantage of something. But again, a lot of people are already taking advantage of it so much that they're using COVID excuse as an excuse to, you know, um, whatever, not just people individually, but companies. Like before, when there's COVID, and it'd be like, the shipping is gonna take longer than expected because of COVID,
Mm.
and then it's already been more than a year. Like, why not why not find a resolution to, how can you like better your service? How can you improve your life, or how can you keep going with COVID? There, people are like, um, the resolution that people were focusing on before is to completely take COVID off of the system, which is I couldn't see
Hmm.
happening in the next few years, So since we can't get rid of it that fast, why not, or as of now, then why not think of, alternatives that we can still keep going, um, close to the normal, like, 2 years ago normal,
Mm-mm-mm.
not the new normal, instead of waiting for it to be gone entirely.
What do people want to go
Like,
back
people are
to the
just,
old
let's
normal?
wait for the vaccine, let's wait for the cure, let's wait for the,
Wait for the vaccine. Okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
yeah,
That's
it's
my
been an
my. I have my other opinion about the vaccine, but I'm just gonna leave that to myself.
Oh
Um,
God, I'm gonna ask you that though. They're asking us to
take the
take the
vaccine
vaccine. Yeah, and I'm
for
hesitant.
you,
Like,
dude. Your phone. There's no human interaction around you. Why would you take the vaccine?
everybody's taking it.
Who's requiring you to take the vaccine? Your job or your family?
Government,
Huh?
the government,
The
the
government is
government.
requiring you to take the
It's not
vaccine?
really a requirement. Not really a requirement,
Okay.
but they were asking around, and they had me listed.
They had you listed? Well, if they're not requiring you, well, first of all, they can't require you to do anything.
Mm.
Okay,
Especially in the
but
Philippines, they can't require you to do
personally,
anything.
Unless
I
it's
wouldn't
made.
take it.
first,
I
Mm.
wouldn't take
would
it.
you go for it?
No, I wouldn't take it. Well, okay. I'm just gonna preface this because there's a lot of debates around this. I'm gonna preface this. Uh, it wasn't fully tested. The vaccine wasn't fully tested. Why would you take it? You just so the contract. I don't know in the Philippines if they had that contract here. Before you take the vaccine, you have to sign a contract. That contract is letting you know that this is not approved by the FDA, and it
And,
wasn't fully
and
approved. It was
Mm-hmm.
just approved for emergency
so
purposes.
there's like a waiver.
Yes, there's
There's
a
going to be
waiver.
like a waiver that you're gonna accept whatever
Yeah,
side
actually,
effect.
Yes,
I really think they just released it just to ease the minds of people, but
or for something else. I don't know what it is. It's not tracking. I don't believe in that conspiracy theory that there's a tracking device
maybe they want to
in
turn
the
people to zombies now.
in the yeah in the vaccine. Because
Yeah.
to be honest, this is the government's tracking device. our phones,
At this point, yes.
not the
Right, right.
not the vaccine or anything like that. So I don't believe that. But what I believe is this vaccine is not fully tested. It's not 100% tested that it will work. You know what I mean? It only took them less than a year to process this vaccine, so I don't believe that. I'm gonna wait. I don't care who's the president. I don't care who's the leader. I don't care the who's the who's running this whole thing. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a year or two. I'm gonna wait for everything. We do that with everything. We do that with the new console. When the new console comes out, we wait before we purchase it because we know there's going to be glitches, there's going to be a problem going on, just like PS5 when it first came out. We're like, we're not going to buy it. Well, first of all, it's expensive. Second, we know there's going to be glitches happening in there,
Exactly.
so we're going to wait
Yep.
until they fix those glitch, until it's completely running, then we'll take it. I'm open taking it. I have no problems taking it. And then second, I'm young. They said there's the 95% survival rate from COVID, regardless if you take the vaccine or not. So
So
why,
if you think it's not necessary
yeah,
or
if
you're not,
if I can, if there's a nine, okay, it's like this. Let me give you an example. If there's a survival rate for you, okay, if there's a survival rate for you to cross the road, right, and the survival rate is 95%, you will survive if you cross the road, right? But the people said no, you have to take the overpass. You have to take the overpass, and the overpass, it says there will be a 95% rate that you will not die if you take the overpass.
A 90% chance. Okay.
95% chance that you won't die if you take the overpass. But if you go across the road and it's 95%, so survivor chance that you won't get hit.
difference.
You know what I mean? But the difference is if you go to the overpass, you have to walk, you have to get that effort, and you don't know if the stability of the overpass is good or not because nobody ever taken it, nobody ever tested it. Would you do it? I wouldn't. I would still cross the road. There's a 95% survival rate chance for me not get hit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's why, especially for the old ones, because I've heard that, um, most of the old people, their body couldn't take the side effects or something like that. So, our family, we kind of like, we're talking about whether we're going to let my grandmother take the vaccine or not. Um, S- So for now, we're just waiting, checking on others who have already tried it, and
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, we're caught between letting her have it or not, but we'd prefer her just staying at home and not going out at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
Mm.
So yeah, that's a COVID case in the Philippines and our own opinions. Let's shift to something else more positive, I would say. I don't know if it's positive. The Miss Universe happened this month.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that
Miss
was
Universe happened.
controversial.
Yeah, how was it
Oh.
controversial?
No, I didn't watch it.
Opinions.
I'm not a fan of
Miss
beauty
Universe.
pageants.
Okay. Well, why did you say it was controversial?
We're the kind. Because it's been it's been trending on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened. I really didn't, dig I didn't dig deep to what they were talking about, but they were saying that it was the worst pageant.
Oh.
Yep, from the bouquet of flowers to the down to the like how it was set up entirely. And then others are saying don't blame whoever won, rather blame the management or the one who was in charge or the people who were in charge of the pageant. So I was like,
Mm,
okay, so what really happened there? Um, and then there were also a lot of talks about how the Philippine representative answered the question, I guess.
yeah,
And
yeah. I
then
heard about
there's
this.
this, yeah, and there's this controversial girl who who have been hated, instantly been hated by a lot of Filipinos, like what we talked about before. If you're gonna mess on a representative or a Filipino pride,
Yeah.
You gotta get
Hmm.
yourself ready for all
Yeah.
the bashing. So there's this girl, and I forgot her name,
Her name
but
is Rabia Osenya Mateo.
Rabia is the representative, right?
Yeah.
But the basher, this ultimate basher of Rabia. Let
Oh,
me
I think
try
I
if
know
I
what you're
can.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, her. I mean, you can hear her name from time to time on Facebook. Um, oh God,
Was she just saying bad things about her?
yeah. I guess she kind of like criticized Rabia's answer, I think, and then because others were a lot of Filipinos were creating their videos like a like like a response to that girl's criticism. So they were like, especially I think you know Mystica. If
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, right. So Mystica bland I mean she blatantly said something about the girl's opinion, or she openly discussed her opinion, like totally no filters. And she was like, and she was comparing she was comparing the girl to Rabia, and it's like, but she was standing for Rabia. And for I don't know if you have known Mystica. She's been a very controversial person in the past few years. But I guess this was the only time that she made sense. I mean, not really the only time, but the first time that she totally made sense of whatever she posted on social media her entire life. Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it off. But I mean, I can find the name of that girl.
This is
And
what I think when people make or try to make controversy about everything. And you when you pay attention when people try to make controversy, and especially when they just came out of nowhere, when people make controversies, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that actor, like, yeah, I remember that actor from this movie. They're trying to be relevant.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
it's easier to hop on that bandwagon of, oh, there's something going on, so I'm gonna put my opinion about this,
Mm.
and people are gonna see my post, my quote, and hoping that you will build controversy. Because once it builds a controversy, you'll be relevant.
Right.
It's an easy path. So
right. Um, like what they said, good or bad publicity, it is still
I
publicity.
actually do
Right.
not believe that. I actually don't believe that.
Why you say that?
Well,
Other,
cause Hitler got a bad publicity. Is that a good
he
publicity?
still became famous.
Huh? I know, but it's not a good publicity though. It's a
It's
horrible
not,
publicity.
yeah, but
It's still
regardless if it's bad publicity, it is
publicity.
still
Yeah.
publicity.
Okay. So say that quote again. Say the phrase that what you just say.
Good or bad
Uh
publicity
huh.
is still publicity.
Yeah, it's still publicity, but would you want that publicity?
Definitely not. But
Exactly. So
but
I
for
don't.
people, but
Right.
if you're a fame whore, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're, if your aim
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
to get the public's attention,
Yeah.
other, I mean, if I'm that kind of person, like Mystica
Yeah.
or whoever, Jam Magno is the girl's name. Jam Magno. I mean, you can talk nonsense, or you can ruin your dignity or your reputation
Yeah.
over, just to gain fame. Others do that. I mean, look at TikTok right now. If
Right, but
you watch
see,
TikTok
because
Philippines,
my thing is, so this is why I want to say I don't believe it, because I don't want to encourage people to believe that, like, good publicity and bad publicity, it is a publicity, but it's a two different kinds of publicity. So
right,
don't
right.
claim that, oh, I'm gonna do
It,
the bad PR because it's gonna be publicized anyway. I'm gonna be famous anyways.
exactly.
You know, like,
Um,
you still don't want that.
Right. My take on that, regardless if, I mean, it's given fact that yes, it is still publicity, but would you want to be that person? You would you want the world to know you as that person, and we know that, you know, people would would base a person's personality, or would look at a person to whatever, um like whatever they know best or worst in you, you know. So you gotta, like, decide, would you give up your reputation, your dignity, or your, um what do you call this, like, would you give that up for fame? I mean, is it worth it? Yes, you'll become famous for probably that certain month or that certain week, but once, you know, the topic goes off, people um will no longer see you as a person who's famous, but they would still remember the bad things that you did, or how you became famous.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they will not remember you as a famous person, but they will always remember how you became famous. Just like those
Hmm.
people, CB, we talked about this before, like whoever pooped in class will always be remembered. they
Yeah.
will they will not remember who
Yeah.
the valedictorian
Yeah.
is,
Mm.
but they will always remember who pooped in class.
That's
Who?
right.
You know, so if you're willing to take that, if you want to go that route, then go take it. But then again, we don't encourage people to give up their reputation just because they want to be famous. You know, it's an easy route. I mean, it's an easy ticket to fame. But then again, would you want people to remember you that way?
Yeah. Speaking of which, let's transition to this. Oh, which by the way, the Miss Universe 2021 was Mexico. I think it was
Yeah.
Mexico. Yeah, Mexico
Yes.
won. Um, I didn't watch it. I didn't even realize it's happening. Like next thing I know, it was done. Someone's having an
Right.
allergy
Same
reaction,
here. Same here.
but he was denying it. You're having an allergic
There's a
reaction.
lot of things I don't realize
Yeah.
that goes on, and leave my allergies alone.
But anyway,
His
so
allergies got nothing to do with this pageant.
all right. But so yeah, that's what happened, May, and a lot of people are rooting
Mm.
for the Miss Philippines. She had the most viewed videos on YouTube though, but that didn't matter. I didn't watch it. I just heard about it after it happened because my Facebook feed was blowing up with people and Filipinos posting
Oh
about
yeah,
Mm.
same here.
Miss Philippines.
Um,
Like, we have another chance. Let's.
you know that I had to turn off my phone, and when someone or when I've checked my news feed, and then everybody's like, this is it, or you know, when they were already posting, because it's starting, like the pageant is starting. I was like, oh, this is going to be chaotic. So
Yeah.
I turned my phone off, and I don't want to, like, it's going to be about the pageant, not just the whole day, but it's going to be like the whole week. And then it's just, okay, bye Facebook
Daddy.
for now.
Speaking of trying to stay relevant and trying to be remembered, that's a legendary. Manny Pacquiao, our Pinoy pride, our one of our, probably a top five, if
Right.
not top three, if not top one, Pinoy
Mhm.
pride so far, is scheduled to fight someone. His name is crap. What's his name? His name is what's his name? Um, what's his name? He
Let me check.
is
Uh,
okay. So he's fighting Errol Spence Jr. Um, he's gonna fight Errol Spence Jr. I think this is scheduled uh sometime October, September or October.
is it October?
But it is
August
August.
21st.
Yeah,
August
August.
21st.
Ooh, August 21st. So he's scheduled to fight Errol Spence Jr. on August 21st. The reason why I said trying to be remembered as legend. What are you guys' thought about Pacquiao fighting again? Any thoughts?
Has he stopped fighting?
He
No,
did.
when I say again, it's like, the other fight ended, so now he's gonna fight again. That again. I didn't mean that he stopped, like
He
fully
went.
stopped, and
Because I know
like
he
retired.
became.
He did. He did stop for some years, right? I mean,
Well,
he
yeah, he
focused.
stopped. Well, he stopped because he wants to be, he focused on being a senator, and COVID happened, so
Right,
the he couldn't do
right.
anything.
I think prior to that match, his title was handed over to somebody because he wasn't fighting for 2 years, or I forgot how many years. But for me, I think the skills is there. It's already in his blood. So just a little practice and some warm up, it'd be good. Yeah,
you make it
I
you
have
make it
high confidence that he
you
can
Sounds
make
you
it.
so
make it
easy.
so easy. It's like you just need a little bit of practice and a little bit of training, and you'll be good.
Yeah,
Their training is
he just
intense.
Right.
that's just the easiest that I can explain it. But I know he did a lot of practice. Yeah,
Yeah,
he kind of
yeah,
did a lot of training.
yeah.
Um,
You don't practice in
preparation.
boxing. You train. How do you practice
Okay,
in
that's it.
boxing?
Yeah, that
Spar? That's
that's
still
what I was
training.
supposed to say.
Good question.
Yeah.
I think it's just training.
Because practice would be inviting your opponent in your gym, and
Right.
Um,
It's
pr-
it's like testing it.
so
yeah,
when
that
we
we
say practice,
practice.
going to for football or anything like that, it will be going over um
The games,
drills
the drills. Yeah,
and
yeah.
game
So I
plans.
guess you can practice in boxing, but we
Yeah,
don't normally say go practice boxing.
Oh,
yeah.
You
yeah,
say go train.
you can practice in boxing in a way that let's say um you have someone
Mm.
that would of course act as your opponent, and you
Spar.
would kind of like
Sparring.
Yeah,
um
I guess you can.
'cause they would study like the moves of whoever is
Yeah,
going to fight next, right? And then
I guess you
they
can
would think
practice.
of like,
Yeah, I guess you can practice the movements. Like hook. Hook.
yeah, like how are we gonna defend if
Jabs.
he's gonna
Like hooks and uppercuts. I guess you can practice those.
I guess when you use to use probably if we were to define it, training is more physical. Um,
I don't believe that.
physical than practice is to under more of the art of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, because chess can be
or in
trained.
the execution?
You can train your brain.
No, okay, so
I'm messing with you. I know what you're saying, but yeah, training is like a build up. Like you build up your muscle, you build up your muscle memory, you build up all these. That's a training. But practicing is more learning
the art.
the art, learning the how to do it. But yeah.
The
So
execution.
yeah, yes.
Mm.
Manny Pacquiao. I think. What do you think? What do you think him fighting again?
I mean, I like the dude, but I haven't kept up with the trends of what he's been doing since he became senator and so forth. But him going back at it and fighting, like, did he just go cold turkey?
No, he just he didn't retire. If that's what you meant, he didn't retire. He just took a break because of COVID, and it's always like that. Like after a big fight, they don't usually fight every year, unless
Right.
you're Canelo
Um,
and you want to fight
yeah.
like
If he
twice a year.
maintained his workout habits and practice training,
Um,
then I think he'll do fine.
Mm.
yeah. And I think it's a good thing that he has to like rest or go idle for some time so that people will be more excited
How old is
for
he
his
now?
He's
fight.
old. Pacquiao is old.
Oh yeah, he's let's
Um, he is 42,
Oh, he's
is
not that
he
old.
but he's old for this kind
yeah,
of
40.
profession. You know what I mean? For boxing,
Who's the oldest boxer
Right.
that's still active then?
I have no idea.
But I knowing
as
his
long as he
stature and
maintained a healthy lifestyle.
yeah,
But at
No,
the, I
it's not
mean,
just that. It's not just
but if you
maintaining.
think about it, at the age of 42, that's the time that, I mean, like, how do you call this? Physically, that's the time that we started. As if I would,
but I
as
do
if
know
I'm already
this.
older than 42. But I mean,
It's
I
going
have
to hurt
noticed my
more.
parents
Yeah.
and everybody else. That's the time that you started feeling, all those.
No, because I mean, 42 is not old in general conversation, in general perspective. But
But for
for boxing, and
boxing,
it's not just staying the healthy lifestyle, because he's not doing yoga, he's not doing rock climbing, or well, not necessarily because rock climbing is still physical. You know what I mean? Like he's not doing just simple things. He's doing boxing, like one of the most physical sports ever. So yes, you can stay healthy living, but in boxing your brain gets shaken, you get punched, your face get distorted,
I
and
get
things like that. So it doesn't matter, like you can get hit one good hit right on the sweet spot at the back of your head, you'll be paralyzed. You'll be paralyzed for the rest of your life, or you could die. um but here's my opinion about him boxing again. He needs to quit. I love him. We all love him. Filipinos love him. He's our pride, but he needs to quit because
right.
he's getting older.
I
And
would agree.
yeah,
I would definitely agree. Even I didn't really expect him to have another fight. As
Mm.
before, I was like, okay, Manny is already at the peak of his career and fame. I would really like if I were to give him an opinion, um, stop there. While people remember you as the champion, the Philippine champion. Um, Instead of you wanna wear yourself out until you know like if you're gonna um like if you would still try to fight until your body can no longer take it, you don't want that stardom, that fame to go down, and then you'll stop there and people will remember you like the this great fighter turned to be uh I don't know, a bad fighter.
I see where you're
uh,
going at, but I don't think that's gonna happen too. Cause Manny's, you guys are big
if he's gonna stop,
no, because
public
okay,
figure.
so
but
a
if he's
good
gonna stop
example.
sooner.
A good example is Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya used to be a very big boxer, right?
Mhm.
He was a great boxer until he didn't quit just in time. He was older, and he fought Manny, and he said that would be his retirement fight, and
Oh, that's right.
Manny just demolished him, like demolished him.
Right.
Like he didn't even finish the whole fight. He quit. He was in the corner. He stood up. He said, "I'm done. I quit." That's him, and we don't want something like that would happen to Manny. Like Manny is
And then
in
devastating.
Guinness Book of World Record. Did you know that? Did you know he's in the Guinness Book of World Record
For
for it's
For
called
real.
octuple champion. He won eight different weight classes. He won major world titles in eight different classes.
wow,
Wow.
He's
nice.
been holding
Oh
that for a
yeah, because
long time.
he kind of like jumped from one.
Yeah,
Um.
one division
weight
to
class,
another.
yeah.
Yeah, one weight class to another.
Yeah.
And it's eight different weight classes. It's crazy. Like he is in the Guinness Book of World Record for that thing.
Right.
So, I mean, I think he should just stop. That's just my opinion. I think he's
Yep.
still
Like
capable of beating people. He's still good. He's not in his prime anymore. Don't get me wrong. He's not in his prime because he's getting older. But if he just, we don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
exactly.
But he needs
Yeah.
to. He needs
Like
to quit.
Michael Jordan, right? I mean, he stopped and switched to a
baseball.
different
Baseball, golf. Yeah.
golf. Yeah.
Basically, he
He
went
did
different.
golf.
Yeah, he went different, and then he tried to go back, play for the Wizards, and it was okay. And he did
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, I think Manny Pacquiao just need to get one one more fight that it's the biggest fight in his career,
Yep. And I
and
think this is
then
it. And
that's
that's
it.
it.
I think he just needs to quit as soon as possible, cause he's getting older. He has a lot of titles in his life as a senator, as a pastor. He plays basketball. He plays in professional basketball league in the Philippines.
Oh wow.
So he plays there, or at least played there. And he had a ton of businesses. So he needs to quit. Just be done with boxing. You did fine. You were legendary. People already love you and still continue to love you. People are still gonna continue to talk about you. Unlike some people try to be relevant, you don't have to be relevant. You are still relevant. That's just my opinion,
Yes.
in my own point of view.
Yeah. He's already a legend, and
Yeah.
that's going to be, in history forever.
Now my question is this. This is my next question. Do you know Jake Paul? Do you know the Logan brothers?
Mm.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Did I say Logan brothers? No, Paul brothers.
All brothers.
Yeah, Logan Paul and Jake Paul. They're popular YouTubers, and now they're getting bigger in boxing, in the world of boxing. So they, ask people, professional athletes or nobodies, to fight them, and they've been, winning and making a ton of money. Now, this brothers has been calling out a lot of professional boxers and MMA fighters to fight them, just to prove to them that they can fight. You know what I mean? What if Jake Paul asks Pacquiao to fight him? And we all know Pacquiao is gonna win, but should Pacquiao take it?
Well, I don't know much about their physical training and fights compared to Manny. Who has more power between the two?
I think it will be Jake. Jake has more power, but Pacquiao still has the speed. He's really fast. So, and also, Jake and Logan just started. They just started the boxing training, their boxing career. Pacquiao has been training since he was,
He got he got
18,
enough under
17,
his belt.
16,
No pun intended on that.
right? He's been training since he was a lot way younger than the Paul brothers. So, should he take it?
Considering their age.
Not just considering the age,
I don't
but
see why
considering
not.
the career,
I don't see why not.
the popularity. Because we all know that that's just clout and money. The Paul brothers are fighting all these athletes for the clout and money.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I think he should take it. I agree. Because people want to watch that fight for Pacquiao to knock out one of the Paul brothers. So I think he should do it and knock him out. Both of them at the same time.
Are the Paul brothers that obnoxious?
So Logan Paul used to be, not anymore. He calmed down a lot, but he used to be. The Jake is a lot more obnoxious. Yeah. So people are hating them. So I think he should fight him if they call them out. Actually, I'm gonna call him out right now. I'm gonna do it in this, and you've heard it first here in the Maximum Filipino Show. Jake, you should ask Pacquiao to fight him. Just do it. If you have balls, if you know you're strong enough to do it, and you think you can beat everybody, you should do it. Ask Pacquiao to fight you after he fights Errol Spencer Jr. Ask him. He said, "Hey, $50 million. Let's fight." And
He sounds.
and
Look at
Pacquiao
this guy.
and Pacquiao, you should do it. You should do it. Just do it.
You really want him to put? You really want Manny to put a number on him?
Oh, dude, not just that. I don't hope for people to get beat up. Okay, I don't hope people to get beat up. I just want to see it. I'm just curious what it's gonna look like. I think it'll be great. Okay, so listen to this, Jake. Okay, if you're probably most likely not gonna watch this video, but if you are, listen to this. A lot of Filipinos do not know you. If you want clout coming from the Philippines, ask him to fight you. Because right away, you'll be instant popular in the Philippines. Everybody will know you. It doesn't matter how old they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will.
If you wanna be
Yeah.
famous, try to involve yourself with someone who's already famous in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Right.
like right now, I just
think-
learned that
yeah.
Logan Paul has a brother called Jake.
Try to start a fight with a Filipino
Yeah.
pride, and you
Just-
become instantly famous.
Yeah,
and that's
and
what we call the bad publicity.
Right, and I'll give you another. I'll give you another tip. Insult the Filipinos. Insult.
Oh,
Right.
good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah, you're being so popular,
Yeah.
you know, and that's another key for Pacquiao maybe to fight you if you start insulting Filipinos, and he will like, and he's good at that. He likes to insult people just to nudge them, you know what I mean, poke the bear, kind of thing. He has done this to a lot of other athletes and a lot of people because they're popular doing those kind of stuff. So do it. I mean, dude, you're gonna have one of the greatest fight ever if Pacquiao said yes, let's fight.
And
You know?
if you happen to make that fight happen,
Maybe
I want to say in advance, thank you so much for listening to our podcast.
That's funny.
But Waga, think about it. CB just few minutes later, I mean few minutes earlier, mentioned about not to encourage bad publicity and for Manny Pacquiao to stop fighting.
You're
No,
saying
okay.
that he's a contradiction?
So that's here's okay. Let me defend myself. Jake
And
Paul.
Irish-
Jake Paul already lives the life of bad publicity, so it doesn't matter. He's already he already has
are
the
so
bad
bad.
PR.
He's
So it
already
doesn't matter
infamous
anymore.
of what he does.
Yeah, he's already infamous. Yeah, which by the way, I just learned that. I think you told me, and I didn't believe it because I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I googled it. So
It's
infamous is
really
being
obvious you hate them so much.
popular in negative things, and famous is being popular about.
You didn't believe me? I told you that's a
Right.
word.
No, you said it other way around.
Oh,
Yeah, you said famous is negative, infamous in positive.
did I really say
Yeah,
that?
yeah. That's why I kind of question it, like what? And so I googled it
Okay.
because I've been using infamous in a
Oh, okay.
wrong way. But yeah, I want to see him
So
fight.
you really Googled it.
I did Google it. I Google a lot of things.
Why?
Yeah,
honest.
Google is
You
the.
doubt yourself after you heard Waka?
I didn't doubt myself. I doubted him.
It's not new.
Why
Well, we
Google?
are in the world of information. If you're watching
in the
this
world
and
of
listening to
doubt.
this podcast right now, and you're not using your internet, you have a smartphone or Wi-Fi or anything, and you're not using the internet, you still believe what people tell about anything about you, tell you about anything, and you don't Google it, you
Well, I
don't
actually do.
look it up.
I do
then
that a lot.
you're missing out.
Just to prove my point, I would use Google as my proof.
That's your
as
reference.
my reference. Yeah,
It's
as
like-
a solid reference.
Just call Google.
Like when she-
someone corrects me
He'll know.
about something, or if when I'm trying to correct someone,
Yes.
I would grab my phone and I would show it. See, I'm right.
See, I'm right. Yeah, I can see you doing that. Okay, so here's my last one, and we will end in the positive note, very positive note. It just happened recently, I think, a few hours ago, Jed late ago. One of our popular boxer, speaking of boxing again, Nonito Donaire. He's 38 years old, and he just won. He just won. Yeah, he's trending right now on Twitter, and he just won. He had a great KO match.
That's good.
So yeah, he just want to fight, and he said this on his post match interview. He dedicated the match to his dad, who's afraid to go outside, which makes sense, and rebukes an anti-Asian hate after his title-winning KO. This was 9 hours ago, so it just happened. So that's a positive thing.
Good guy.
No wonder why I haven't heard of it yet.
Yeah. Wow. Look at
It
you.
will come up.
Yeah. Look at you. If you're watching this YouTube and if you're on podcast and you're not watching this, you probably should, because Jed is putting on her
Yeah,
makeup.
she's looking pretty for you.
Yeah. So yeah, we just had another
think he's
Filipino who bring us the title, and it was amazing. Speaking of someone who just brought us something positive, which by the way, Nonito Donaire, congratulations. I've known you since I was a kid. Man, the dude is 38, and I think this is his last fight. It might have been his last fight. Might be. I don't know yet, but they call him the Flash. Anyway, so a Filipino who brought something, a pride for Filipinos. Do you know Bella Porch? You probably know Bella Porch, right? Why? You don't like her?
Not at all.
Why? You hate her? Are you hating?
Okay. I have a reason why I hate her.
Okay.
No, it's not really that I hate her. Oh God, how do I? Yeah, I just like her. Okay, I just
Why?
like her. Um, I have known her on TikTok
Yeah.
because okay, the thing about this she's trying to be demure and she's trying to act childish, but she's doing this she's doing these things that kind of like for me it's somehow sexual. Okay, there's this song like something like go to my bed or something, and then she would always do this, she would always do this action, like she would do her butt like that,
Yeah, yeah.
and she would dance like that all the time. And then I mean uh god I could only imagine
Someone's
men
hating.
I
going
know, right now.
crazy over what she's doing. And she would wear sweaters, or like she's
Baggy
acting,
clothes?
she that would make her appear like a child,
Yeah.
but but the songs were like very sexual. um and it
It's
has
the
something like
internet, Jed.
right, but the thing is, I mean, she's like a magnet, or she's like encouraging the the pedophiles, I mean, like.
Encouraging the who?
And then she would have the teddy bear, and then she would
Pedophiles.
like
Pedo.
She said
It's
pedophile.
encouraging the
like
pedophiles.
encouraging them. It's like
Okay.
she is encouraging them. Like she would have the teddy bear or something, and then she would like act like a baby. She would talk like a baby, and then she would do those, I mean, and then she would sometimes um like do stuff that she's almost like you could almost see her lower part,
Her lower,
but
Her lower
it's just
part. Her
her,
lower
her
half.
toes,
it's like, is she
her
even wearing
knees.
something underneath? It's like, is she just wearing undies? Is she just? I
That's
would
okay.
always
So
Someone
before,
really
it's
twists
I
so
her,
know,
man.
like, dude, see, you
What
don't.
did she
yeah.
do to get on your
Shoot,
nerves?
do you know her personally?
I know, right?
Do you guys used to go to school together?
But if you guys check her previous TikTok, I mean, if you okay, because here's my thing. Like, if you want people to see you sexy, or if you
Oh my
wanna
gosh, it's getting
seduce
intense.
I
men,
know,
then
right?
just seduce men, but
Okay.
do not involve children. I mean, don't act like a
Maybe
child.
maybe that's her fashion sense. Maybe that's just how she's
Fashion
comfortable
sense,
wearing.
dude.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
some of the
again,
hold on. So some of the songs
but
that she's
again, she's
playing
feeding.
has
She's
a
feeding.
yeah, but
She's
she okay. So but she's not wearing like I don't know. She's not like she didn't say she's 12
I'm
or something.
curious. Who is this chick?
Like to people. She's not portraying. She's just making this look that she sounds like a child or does childish things. So
she okay, like if you want to act childish, just act childish, but don't act
What's her
childish
name?
and sexy at the
Dellaporte.
same time.
but okay, so the
Just
sexy
not
part
those two together.
the sexy part before she even became famous from TikTok, she's already posting pictures like that. So that's regardless.
But if you want to go sexy, then just go sexy plainly all the way. You don't mix those two together. I
Okay,
mean,
so
it's just,
when
it's a big deal for me, because right now, I mean, if you've noticed, like this generation they have right now, um, the kids are like at a very young age, they would do this sexy stuff and doing things just to become famous. Or I don't know, I would really say at a very young age they're so sexual or
mm-hmm,
so liberated.
yeah.
And she's the perfect example of that, not because she's young, but she's acting young and then doing sexy stuff at the same time. So, like, be sexy all the way. Like Nadine Lustre. I mean, no filters. I'm gonna wear two piece. I'm gonna show off my body, show off my skin.
Right.
I want to be sexy.
So okay,
That's
so
it.
here's the
Like
thing.
acting demure, but
Here's the thing with here's the thing with Bella. She so like I said before, I'm not defending her. Okay, I just noticed. I just pay attention to what she posts. Okay, and this goes for everybody. Bella started before TikTok, before she became famous. She's already posting like bikinis and two pieces and things like that. And then she
no,
became
then why didn't she
popular.
just
I know. Hold on. Let me. Can you let me finish before you start hating more? Um, the so when she became popular in TikTok, she became popular doing those kind of things, doing the childish things, doing the faces, doing the motions, doing trying to be cute. And she became famous on doing the sexy things. So now she's merging both of them, the popularity and who she was before, and that's what she's doing. And the reason why I brought her up because 2 weeks ago she just released music video. Oh, what is it?
yeah.
Build the B word.
Yep.
Yeah.
Build the B word.
So she just released that, and nothing in that music video. If you watch it, nothing in that music video appears childish. You know what I mean? Nothing in that music video appears childish. It's just her being the B word, being that person, and a robot killing the people that trying to build her, and things like that. But I know what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. The people who's encouraging other people to, to like little girls
Okay.
or little people.
Okay. So another, I wouldn't say another reason, but it's related to the reason why I hate her. I mean, dislike her.
It really struck a nerve on
I
me.
know
Because
she did. It did.
she's not being true to herself. And as to what you had said, she started, I mean, before she became famous, she's been posting sexy photos,
Yeah.
sexy videos, and that. And when she became famous for being or acting cute,
Yeah.
she then posted a lot of videos and then made herself that persona. I mean, she became just the demure, cute, acting like a baby
Well,
person
because I won't. I could.
because that's where she became famous.
Yeah. I
I
would.
mean,
I
she's
wouldn't.
not being true to herself.
No, she's just trying out things that might work out. You know what I mean? Like, and now this worked out and people
And then
liked it.
again,
So you
because she
you
wanted to
wanna
be famous.
no, she's not trying to pretend to be someone else. She's just trying out something that could work out and make her feel comfortable. It would be different if she's like if she post before she posting something skimpy and sexy and things like that, and then she started preaching in TikTok and saying don't be sexual, don't be wearing all these things, but behind the camera she's still doing it, and that would be a different thing. This one does not really negate the idea that she is sexy or she does do this sexy stuff by wearing baggy clothes and acting cute. And now that she became popular from that, because you want to please your fans, you know what I mean? Like you want to give them what they want more, which is doing all these cute things. And now
Which
she's
is why
merging
I
both
hate
of them.
her.
Why? It's like you if you like your fans and they're like, hey, we want to support you and we like what you're doing, I think you're cute, wouldn't you want to like just keep doing that? Not because and also she's comfortable doing it. She's not like being forced to do it by her fans. You know what I mean?
And that is why I hate her. She's so comfortable acting like a child and then doing the sexy stuff.
Well,
I just
the
don't
the
like,
acting
I just don't like the idea.
the
I
acting
just
like
don't
a
like
child.
the idea that men will then have this fantasy
Okay.
of, I mean, think about it. It would really drive or would encourage men to like cute stuff or cute girls,
So
little girls.
so I have two things, okay? The first thing is, would that just be your interpretation? You think that might just be your perception of, or she's acting
Not
childish?
just
But
my
hold on, let me
interpretation, but
let me finish. Let me finish.
real.
So you think that might just be your interpretation? Maybe that's just the way she wears things and the way she acts, and your interpretation is like, oh, she's acting like a kid. But to her, just like, no, this is just me. This is just how I wear. Like I wear this right now. Do I act like I'm
I
a
would-
hobo?
This
You know what I mean?
is
Or a
me.
homeless?
I would agree with you on that if that was her before. If that's how I have already known
Well,
her. But this
okay,
You
so
know?
yeah, but she
Yeah.
didn't start just posting like bikini stuff and be act sexy because maybe she doesn't want to be known to be that, and she want to try something else. You know what I mean?
Whatever you say.
And second thing, I don't wanna dive into the Me Too thing, the whole politics thing. Um, the would that still be her fault? And you know what? We're not gonna talk about it because it's kind of a little complicated. Because um, I believe that people act like men act sexual around girls, and it's a two-way street. It's not just all men's fault. It's also not just women's fault. You know, if a woman is wearing a really short and a guy said something nasty towards her, it's a two-way street. It's both their fault. You know what I mean? It's not just the guy's fault. It's not just the girl's fault. It's both their faults. Now, um, who has more, what's the word? Who has the bigger intensity, and who has more fault
Motivation.
than in both of them? I don't know, but the point is, they it's both
Who
their
has the
fault.
motive?
Yeah, because it's like the girl could have chosen to wear different thing, or the guy could have chosen not to look or say something nasty.
Whose fault weighs more?
Yeah, whose fault weighs more? I don't know, but I know for sure it's both their fault. Now, when it comes to Bella Porge, it's if guys fantasize about her, you know what I mean, with all these things, it's both their fault. Both Bella's fault, and both, it's also the guy's fault for thinking about like that, perceiving it that way. Because think about this, Jed, and you I don't mean to
I know.
I don't mean to bring you in it, but you make like TikTok videos with voice, not your own voice, but you do like voices from a recorded voice of little girls, you know what I mean, just to be funny.
The That's not little girl's voice, CB. That's the chipmunk voice.
Okay, so that's a better, way better example. That's a chipmunk
Chickmunk.
voice, right? Um, if a guy, let's say for I don't know, where a guy said, "Oh, I think that's sexy because you sound like a kid," would that be your fault?
Depends on what I said and
No,
how I
cause
did it.
no, cause you made that sound of a chipmunk, and they thought it sound. They think that it sounds like a kid, and they like
Maybe
it, and they
you
think
are
you're hot.
never ever gonna compare the chipmunk voice or how
No,
I
but that
created
you,
my
but you,
videos to how
I
Bella
know,
Porch did her
I know, but you
songs
never
and
know.
dances.
That's and that proves the point that it doesn't matter what you're
I
doing.
did dance like a
Right, but people, it's sexiness is
Dancing.
subjective though. People might see it's sexy that you're making
Yeah.
those voices.
I
People might see it
know.
sexy that you're doing sexy stuff. You know what I
I
mean?
know, but her
She's
hers
like,
is
when you think of her,
blatant. It's
What? What'd you say, Jed?
I mean hers is freaking obvious.
All right. I mean, I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just
I mean
trying to put it out there.
the
He's just
songs
pointing his point out.
Yeah.
alone, there's something like I forgot the song, but it says something like "Let's go to my bed" and whatever. But anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like suggesting the S word, you
So
know.
the only problem that I have, I don't want to say problem, or not even an issue, but the only thing that I want to see her do is because she can speak Tagalog fluently, just like Bretman Rock. They both can speak Tagalog fluently. I just haven't
I like
heard her.
Bretman.
Yeah, I just haven't heard her speak in Tagalog, because I think she is more fluent than Bretman. Bretman can say few words, and it sounds more American Tagalog than Filipino Tagalog. But I know she can speak Tagalog. I just haven't heard her say anything in Tagalog. So I don't know if she's not proud that she can speak Tagalog, or she just wanna keep the persona that I'm Filipino, that I can only speak English. I have no idea, because she said, some people
Maybe
ask her
he's
on
just
Twitter.
comfortable speaking English.
Well, that too, but it's like if you I don't know, because I just feel like us Filipinos, we have this dilemma. And we had this conversation before that we hate the fact that we have a Filipino accent in English. You know what I mean? We hate the fact that we all have. If someone said, "Oh, you have a weird, not weird accent. You have an accent. What accent is that?" "Oh, it's Filipino accent. I'm
Your
from the
accent's
Philippines."
different.
You know what I mean? And we feel kind of slightly, if not a lot, offended if people think, because we want to have the American accent. We want to have a different, like British accent, Australian accent, even French accent, but we don't want the Filipino accent. So we have that thing going on in the Philippines. So I'm afraid that that's what she feels like, which I hope it's not. You know what I mean? I hope she's
I
not
don't think
just
so.
ashamed
I don't think so.
that she can speak Tagalog. So and also at the same time, it's like I just want to hear her speak Tagalog. Every time I see
Okay.
Filipinos in America, like I want you say something in Tagalog because I want to hear it. You know.
Curiosity.
I could relate to her on that. Like, like when I do my videos, when I do pod or YouTube videos, I prefer speaking English, um, not because I want people to think that I'm good at it, or I want people to think that I don't know how to speak Tagalog or to speak Bisaya or whatever. It's just that I'm more comfortable saying it, or I'm used to, not really used to, but I'm more comfortable speaking English when I'm doing my videos compared to me talking straight English. I mean, straight Tagalog or straight Bisaya,
Yeah.
because I cannot speak Tagalog fluently. And then if I'm going to speak Bisaya, um, right now I couldn't speak Bisaya fluently because some of the Tagalog words are pretty close to Bisaya words, and then I kind of like mix them together, and then I would really sound funny
Yeah.
mixing the two. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's how
But you
she.
don't.
Yeah.
But you don't avoid not. But you don't avoid not speaking Tagalog or
Avoid
Bisaya,
not.
right? Huh?
I don't avoid speaking Tagalog.
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't avoid. Yeah, you don't avoid speaking Tagalog or Bisaya, right? Like
Yeah,
if there's let's
not at
say
all.
if we're doing like a Facebook Live and someone commented in Tagalog, we will read it in Tagalog accent. You know what I mean? Like we
Right,
will read it
right,
the way it's written.
right.
Or if the Filipino said, "Hey, I'm from the Philippines. How are you guys doing?" We will talk to them in Tagalog. Because you won't hide that. So I feel like
I
that's
I
what she was
had
doing. Because I've never
I
heard her
had
like,
this
yeah,
I had this coworker before, and then some of my colleagues mentioned that I know that she's Bisaya, but why is she acting as if she doesn't know how to speak Bisaya or
yeah,
understand Bisaya? So she was like, and then you could really tell by her Tagalog accent that she is Bisaya, and she was like, ano, hindi ko and then it was really, really that accent, the
yeah.
Bisaya
The
Tagalog
Bisaya
accent.
accent. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh God, I could really tell by the way you speak Tagalog
Did
that
you
you
ask
are
her why
Bisaya.
she
And then
wouldn't?
you're acting as if you don't know how to speak Bisaya. I would understand that, but you acting as if you never understood a word or a single word that we said is a totally different level. And then there so she pretended to be that person the entire time in the office, but we could caught her sometimes speaking Bisaya
Mm-hmm.
or understanding Bisaya. So what happened to that girl who said she could never understand Bisaya? She was like, ano, hindi ko kayo maintindihan. And I was like,
Did
really?
you did you ask her? Did you confront her? Did you confront
No,
her? No. Okay.
no.
Yeah.
But one person did.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
should. You should.
Someone said,
You should.
hey,
No. I have a plan. So if
we're
you see.
not that close
I know,
for
but
me
still,
to.
okay. So
We're
here's
not
my
that
plan.
close for you.
Don't confront her. Don't confront her. This is what you need to do. Okay. This is what I suggest you need to do. You talk to her, right? Talk to her in Tagalog or English, whatever you wanna like to start the conversation, and then in the middle of it, subconsciously, not subconsciously because you're conscious, but uh, just nonchalantly,
Naturally.
yeah, naturally or nonchalantly, just put Bisaya terms
Yeah.
in there, Bisaya sentence, and if she reacted to it or she responded to it, you like, yeah, you can't speak Bisaya. Like you can't hide it. Yeah.
Yeah, for um I don't know. It's just that like the way I'm not good in speaking Tagalog, but I
Neither
would
am I.
say I have I mean her accent, her Tagalog accent is worse than
Can't be as worse as
I
mine.
really was like
Right.
like this
Right.
is my Tagalog accent and this is her Tagalog accent, and it's like and then you're telling me that you don't know how to speak Bisaya no more, like oh uh
Okay. Well, that's it. That's it for me. I got nothing else. I think that was a good conversation. Good
That was fun.
discussions. Um, but yeah, I like Bella Porch.
it's obvious. You don't have to say it. Like,
No, I
what?
don't. Okay,
I mean,
listen. I don't like
you
her.
don't have to say
I don't
that.
like
You
her. I don't even
know
follow
it.
her. Listen, I don't even follow her on TikTok. I just don't mind her. You know what I mean? Like I just don't mind her. It doesn't bother me. Like I'm glad that she's Filipina and she's thriving and she's popular. I'm glad. I'm proud that she's Filipina.
But I noticed,
That's
CB,
it.
that you tend to like people who who brings Filipino or Philippines or you love Filipino pride.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's
big
all.
time. Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really good. Which is
Yeah.
really good. He's very supportive and
I love.
proud.
Yeah. I love Filipinos who bring pride and honor to the Philippines.
Yeah.
I
I
aspire.
love that fact about her, by
Yeah.
the way. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, she's
yeah,
cute.
I just don't like that there's
I just-
kind of like a bad publicity somehow.
Yeah, I aspire. I aspire for us to be one of those people who bring pride to the Philippines. You know what I mean? Like become popular podcasts all around the world. And if they want to know anything about Filipinos, they go and listen to our podcast so they can learn. Um, so yeah, that's all I got. Do you guys have anything else?
She's cute.
Who, Jed? I know she's cute. Look at her. She can be the
and
next.
her too. And
can
her
be-
too. She'll be
yeah.
the next Bella Porch.
No, don't say that. She won't be the
Oh,
next
no
Bella.
way.
Look, you getting her started again. Okay, all right, we're done. No, don't
Oh,
respond to
wait,
that.
hold on. I'm gonna say something. Dude,
What?
you can remove this from the record.
No, we
but-
can't. Okay, no, we can't.
This
we
is
gotta,
already live.
I know we
need-
gotta end it first,
were
and then
peeking.
you say
Okay,
whatever
okay.
you want to say. Where can people find you in the social media world, Jed?
Just look for Dia Balatero. That's DIA Balatero on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
That's right. How about you?
TikTok? Yeah, and
Hey.
TikTok. Yeah, I do TikTok videos too.
Hello, everyone. As you know, I'm Wakka. You can find me on almost nearly every social media, but just don't be surprised I'm not being so active. My social media name is Wakka127 or FFX Wakka 127.
That's right. And you guys can find me on the Gum Fam Show. That's TheGamFam Show. Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that. Go follow us. And you guys can also follow and listen to this podcast, The Maximum Filipino Show. Just look for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. You can listen to all of those. If you're listening to this and not watching it, go to YouTube and watch us again. And see our reactions, see our facial reactions, see Jed putting on her makeup and getting so fired up talking about Bella Porch. So just go to youtube.com / not slash. We don't have the slashes because we don't have enough subscriber yet. Yo, if you got all the way into this podcast, this videocast, this vodcast, and you're still not subscribed, what are you doing? Like, this is like an hour now. You've been listening to this podcast for an hour. And you're still not subscribed. What are you doing?
Vodcast.
Hit that subscribe button
Big
and
cast.
follow us. So yeah, and if you wanna I just want to listen to this podcast while I'm driving or taking a walk or jogging, go to Spotify and look for the Maximum Filipino Show. And if you guys have anything else you want to say about us, any suggestions you want to be part of the podcast, email us to the Maximum Filipino Show at gmail.com.
Yep.
You guys can also support us, the Maximum Filipino Show. Wait, what is it? Patreon.com / TMFS Show. Go there. We need to get it active again sometime soon. But to me, CB, Wakka, and Jed, We'll see you guys later.
Late.
Bye. She's gonna talk about
Yeah.
Bella Porch now.
Bye,
I
bye.
bet.
Are we off the record now?
Joanne.